Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Mulidhara Radha Mulidhara Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Daigo Shitana Pimanande Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Gopal Krishna Goswamita Prabhupada Sasahita Prakashani Racha Charam Kirpanshadi Bhakti Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyabhati Paschatati Satarine Om Jnanati Mirandasya Yanangana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today is most auspicious day, being the appearance day anniversary of Srila Bhaktivinode Thakura. Yes, as Prabhupada says, he's the pioneer, Krishna consciousness movement, and he is considered to be the seventh Goswami because of his prolific contribution and the understanding the Bhakti, Tattva, Rasa Tattva, and all of these different teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be very easily understood. And this Jai Radha Madhava song was composed also by Bhaktivinode Thakura. Yes, he was the one. And every year, his deity, Radha Madhava, they will come to Vrindavan, the original deity. And we will have darshan of them on the altar of Sri Sri Radha Shama Sundar every year, practically. So, Bhaktivinode Thakur is one of our acharyas. He is the father of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. So what is very essential, most significant contribution of Srila Bhaktivinode Thakur is that he discovered the yoga pit, the appearance place of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. He was praying and praying because even in those days, the time of Srila Bhaktivinode Thakur, the religious practice is been lost or been diluted. There's so many apasampradayas. And even to find a Chaitanya Charitamrita, a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita, is very difficult for him to find. He was also, he says that at the age of 2, he wrote his first book. Oh, really? Yes. Prabhupada sometimes, he also recollected, Prabhupada says, when I was about this month's old, I remember my sister, the acharyas can remember even though in very young age for us. 5 years old, I don't know. I can still remember because I went to school at 5 years old, so grade 1. But the acharyas, just imagine the age of 2 years. He says, but the age of 6 years old, he already understood and he read and realized Mahabharata and Ramayana. And then at the age of 9, he started really understanding more and more. So, Srila Bhaktivinode Thakur, he is in the spiritual world, is the immediate assistant of Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari. So Bhaktivinode Thakur, in his eternal form, he is a Marjari. Hmm. So what is very special in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's life uh, is that even though he was a magistrate, hmm, being a magistrate means this is the highest position that one can have during the British rule in India. You cannot go beyond that. And being a magistrate, he can solve easily the cases. For others, it may take weeks. For Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he can take it in. He can understand the case in half an hour, and then in 2 minutes he can make a decision. Um, and even if you've been to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's place in Navadvip, the other side of because there's Jalangi and there's Ganga. So the other side of Jalangi, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's place is there, Godrumadvip. Um, the British, they constructed a railroad track, specifically so that because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is so busy, so that he can easily go to his work from his house without, going to like rickshaw or by walk. It just a railroad track was constructed just for him. He can go back easily, back and forth. And so, yes, he was born in a Brahmana family, and his family was very, very rich, aristocratic family. And what is also very, very amazing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is that even though he was in that position as a magistrate, seemingly, you may say, worldly, professional, but he has time for spiritual practices. His main contribution in our line of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya is that he wrote at least 100 books. He wrote at least 100 books, like Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva Dharma is compilation. It's like a story in a storytelling way, conversation uh, between Hare Krishna. Conversation between um, the disciple and teacher. It's like Babajis, but in those days the Babajis are very self-realized. Nowadays the Babajis maybe, but they're they're not really like genuine Babajis in those days. I mean, in those days, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, especially when his spiritual master passed away, and everyone would like to drag his body into the streets of Navadvip. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, okay, anyone who has never broken any rules and regulations or have no connection with women for at least 1 year,
Take the body.
yes, you can take the body. Okay, how about 6 months? No one touched. How about 1 month? No one touched. How about 1 day? Still, no one dared to touch the body of his spiritual master. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very busy person. Let me read to you his schedule, if I can still, if I have it. His schedule is that he only sleep for a few hours. As Prabhupada, I was listening to Prabhupada. He says he would sleep 8 o'clock and then wake up at 10 o'clock. And then from 10 to 4, he will write. Hmm. And then he will take a little bit of break, sleep again, or take rest. And then he will chant his rounds from 4:30 till 7 o'clock. And then he will have a little bit of breakfast. And then he will meet his guest and then write again. And then he'll go to work. His diet is very simple: half a liter of milk, some chapatis and fruits for breakfast. And that means makes you lighter. You don't have to, eat heavily and then sleep a lot. And then he would go to his work. Then he'll come back, and this is how he spent his whole day. Practically, his main focus is more of his spiritual practices. Spiritual. He wrote many books, as we mentioned. There is the Harinam Chintamani. It's a conversation between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur, explaining the intricacies of the how we can develop the taste for chanting, and ultimately from Nama Aparad, that means offensive state of chanting, Nama Bas, that means clearing state of chanting, and then Sudanam, pure chanting. That is our goal. Um, he was also the head of the Jagannath Temple. Jagannath Temple. I remember going to Jagannath Puri many years ago, 1987. There is the birthplace of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and there is a sign there, big sign. It says, "This is not an ISKCON temple." Yes, well, now that was taken out also because our devotees will stay there during pilgrims during the parikrama of Puri. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was named also Bimala Prasad because Bhaktivinode Thakura, he saw that the religious practices already like kind of like forgotten. It's like yada yada hi dharmasya. Whenever there is a decline of religious practice, Krishna will come to speak the Bhagavad Gita again. And then just few hundred years ago, 200 years ago or so, um, again, the religious practice is in decline. So Krishna will come or he will send his pure representative. And even before that, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur also established uh, principles of religion, teaching the pure Siddhanta, the teachings of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they have the privilege that the cart will stop, the Jagannath cart will stop right in front of the residence of Srila Bhaktivinode Thakura in the Puri. The Grand Trunk Road is where the Ratha Yatra will go, where at least so many.
That they arranged for it to stop? I thought it
No.
literally stopped and they couldn't move.
No. First, because he is a magistrate,
Yeah.
so
Oh, I see.
they will have the privilege to have personal darshan of the Lord. But then, yeah, it stayed there for some time, and because he was praying that to have a son like a ray of Lord Vishnu, a very empowered personality to spread Krishna consciousness, and that was proven that it was Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur when his mother, Bhagavati, brought the child to touch the lotus feet of Jagannath. And lo and behold, a garland fell and came directly to adorn the the child.
Mm.
So that was the sign that he must be the one. He must be the one that he is praying for a long, long time. Um, so yes, it stopped there for some time, and then yes, then moved on. Another, you see, Bhaktivinode Thakur, even though he knew that Lord Jagannath is the Lord of the universe, but not to break and disturb the social custom, because in Jagannath Puri only Hindus can go inside.
Uh,
Even the prime minister, like Indira Gandhi, she's not a Hindu, she's a Parsi. She cannot enter.
uh,
And Prabhupada also, when he was doing parikrama, he, along with his disciples, Prabhupada was invited by the Pandas to please come have darshan of the Lord. But then, no, he did not go. He did not go. Let me see this. He did not go. He says, uh, if you allow my disciples to go, then I will go have darshan. And till up to this date, I mean, if you are Angrezi, that means you're a Westerner, um, white skin body, you cannot go inside. However, I was able to sneak in
oh,
along with some devotees from Mayapur. Well, we have to wear. I have to wear a white dhoti and white, like you call this cut off banyan. This is banyan because they know ISKCON devotees, especially brahmacharis, they always wear brand new, brand new clothing. So we went inside at nighttime. It was really big. It was big. It's quite dark. I can still remember. You cannot see much. The stamba. I I had the privilege because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would stand there to have darshan of Lord Jagannath.
Raghunath Swami also went in there. He smeared ashes all over his body.
Yeah, he looks like a
Snuck
yogi.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, and the wall where there's a thumb mark of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, yeah, thumb mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
If somebody goes in there and they're not,
they're gonna beat you up.
beating with them sticks.
Yeah. So one of the pandas, he was asking me something like, is trying to ask me, trying to figure out. Then I told him, I don't speak and I don't hear.
Yeah.
Deaf and dumb. So he let me pass, let me go through. It was nighttime. So in order not to disturb the social custom, even though Lord Jagannath is the Lord of the universe, um, no, he didn't break that rule that no non-Hindus should come in or cannot come in. Um, so he was very powerful. The British government had so much confidence in him. There was this one bogus yogi. His name is Bishakshena, and he would cheat the villagers. He would do his rasa lila dance at night, and some of the family members of the villagers, they will send their daughters, the young girls, to see this Bishakshena. So there was a big complaint to the British government, and he was commissioned. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was commissioned to solve this issue. So he came there along with some police constables in civilian clothing, and but he has a mystic power, this Bishakshena. He has a mystic power. He can tell also what's going on or who's coming. And then he says, I know who you are. Your name is Kedarnath Dutt, because that is his um, name before, Kedarnath Dutt. It was the Gaudiya Vaishnava assembly who gave the name title Bhaktivinode Thakura. I know the reason why you are here, to take me, but I have a proposal to you. I will make you, I will make you the king of India.
Huh.
But then Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, um, you are worshiping. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, why don't you come with me to Puri? Because Lord Vishnu is there. He's been worshipped. And this bogus yogi, pretending to be his Lord Vishnu, he says, no, why should I go there? This God of yours is made of wood. I don't believe in that. So he understood that actually this person, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he understood that this person is really like a charlatan, a pretender. But nevertheless, they captured him. They brought him to Puri, and they put him to jail. And but then all of his family members became ill with very high fever. Everyone, every members of the family. Also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was ill, and the wife, Bhagavati, was pleading, "Please, you should release him, because otherwise we're all going to die." Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, "I don't care. He needs to be punished. We may all die, but he needs to be punished."
The yogi caused the illness by his mystic power.
Yeah, they all got ill, really like So now a court date was set, and but before the court date happened, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he heard how to defeat this yogi by cutting his hair. Usually the yogis, they grow their hair, right? Long, because their power is there in that long hair. So now Bhaktivinoda Thakur was looking for a barber, but he cannot find a barber because they're also afraid that they may die, they may get the curse of the yogi. So eventually, he asked for a very sharp pair of scissors, and just before the court date, the time that there is a hearing, he himself, the Prabhupada said this in his class, he cut the hair of the yogi. And eventually, after cutting the hair of the yogi, all the family members, including him, came well. And then he was put into prison, back to the prison. And after 6 months, he took poison. The yogi took poison because he was not able to take that I'll be in prison for the rest of my life. There is another story of there is a ghost in a tree, and people are so much afraid to go near there. So what Bhaktivinoda Thakur did was he recited the verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and we're going to celebrate the Bhadra Purnima also on the 7th, the importance, glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Eventually, after 7 days of reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, the tree cracked, split, and that was a sign that the ghost left, went away. Yes. So I was just looking for his schedule. I cannot find it because it's very important. The importance of sadhana. Oh yes, he wrote the book of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precept. He predicted that one day all the different nationalities, different devotees from different nations will come and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the holy name of the Lord, in Shida Mayapur. In Shida Mayapur. And that predicted happened, especially when many devotees from Russia, the first group of devotees from Russia, they came. Prabhupada says that we are forever grateful to Srila Bhaktivinode Thakura because he gave us Mayapur, the greatest gift. If without Bhaktivinode Thakur, then we will not be in Mayapur. We will not be in Mayapur. And because one night also while doing his japa on the veranda of his house, he saw some light uh, coming from the other side of the Jalangi. And so that was the sign also to discover that birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he also predicted that there'll be an Adbhut temple where the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be spread all over the world because of this temple. And that temple is none other than the temple of Vedic Planetarium. Hmm. Even the head pujari, one of the head pujaris in Mayapur, Janani Vasprabhu, because it is predicted that there'll be a golden age, 10,000 years of golden age within Kali Yuga. And he says that as soon as the Temple of Vedic Planetarium will be inaugurated, that will be the start of the 10,000 years golden age. So we're praying that somehow it'll happen, the 2027 inauguration of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium. And we're praying also somehow Ambarish Prabhu, his health will get well soon because he's very, very instrumental in order to build that temple, complete the temple. So yes, this book, a small pamphlet, is been written by Bhaktivinode Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precept. So he's like the first one who tried to use the book distribution to be distributed far and wide, all over the world. So he sent few copies of this to different universities like UK, Germany, and Canada also. So one of the devotees in the early days of Prabhupada being in Montreal, he found this copy, and so is like so predicted about the the appearance of Lord's general Sankirtan mission, Srila Prabhupada, because it's same year that he sent this booklet to these different universities, the same year that Srila Prabhupada took birth, 1896. So when Prabhupada was in Montreal, 1968, that was the Montreal Expo, World Exposition. And one of the devotees went to McGill University library, and he found this book. We don't know where it is right now, though. we cannot tell what happened to that book.
He also
So
wrote songs.
yeah, Kalyana Kalpataru, Saranagati, those Vaisnava songs. It says we should also part of our sadhana to read it,
Mhm.
even one or two songs to meditate, because the surrender mood, the humility, the Saranagati, that means surrender, is very much emphasized by Bhaktivinode Thakura. Mm. Accepting which are favorable in bhakti, rejecting which are unfavorable to bhakti, always taking shelter of Lord Krishna, that He is our well-wisher, our friend, humility, uh, and surrender, yeah. Giving up everything to Krishna, offer everything. There are 26 qualities of a pure devotee according to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur embodied all of those 26 qualities. He never criticized anybody. He will always praise everyone, and he will give respect to all the different religions, whether it's Christians or Muslims or Jews, it doesn't matter. Because he understood that we're all children of God. There's only one Supreme Father, Lord Krishna. And he accepts them because he understood that somehow they're on that level, but eventually they'll come up to the point where they'll become Vaishnavas. And he predicted that one day, even the judge will wear tilak while in the court. It'll be the main religion, Vaishnavism. Ah, very, very important. And we are seeing it also right now, especially is being embraced in India. We're seeing some of the politicians are also big supporters of our movement. Now, it was us, Vishnujan Swami asked Prabhupada, is it true? Is it true that Bhaktivinoda Thakur could have saved the whole world? Because Prabhupada also, he, he has a wish, he has a desire to save the entire universe. Yes, yes. Not just the planet Earth, the entire universe. So Vishnujan Swami asked Prabhupada, yes, so but why he did not do it? The Prabhupada says, well, he left something behind for you
To do.
to do. So it'll be for your credit. You'll get the credit. You get the credit. So Prabhupada also says, 50% of my mission is not complete because he was not able to establish the Varnashram, Daivi Varnashram program. So again, the credit will go to his disciples, to his followers. And today we pray to Bhaktivinoda Thakur to empower us to help spread the Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because this is the prediction also, that in every town and village, my name will be uttered, will be, will be known, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we still have a long ways to go. Kali Yuga is getting more and more thicker, and therefore we need more strength in order to fulfill this prediction, the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if we stick to the process, Prabhupada says, have strict, strong sadhana in the morning, wake up before 6 o'clock. Prabhupada's, one of his disciples says, if you sleep past 6 o'clock, your life is finished. I'm just repeating. That was Tamal Krishna Goswami who says that. So have a good sadhana, chant our rounds attentively, read Srila Prabhupada's books every day, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, read the books of Srila Bhaktivinode Thakura, Harinam Chintamani, Jaiva Dharma, was that again? This song books. And Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Shikshamrita, yes. Then, hope against hope, we should be determined to go back home to be able to accomplish this. I'm done. It's already 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock. You want to give some comment? 1 minute.
1 minute. Well, in our own experience,
Mm.
we heard our let's say Lord Chaitanya and great-great-grandfather Bhaktivinode, every town and village.
Yes.
So we have a country here that's 3,000 miles across.
Mm-hmm.
And
US of A. US of A.
And although I've been assigned in different places in the world, I spent 11 years in this country traveling in the United States.
Right.
11 years.
Wow.
We would go out 4, 5, 6 weeks at a time and come back to the temple. 2 brahmacharis or 3. We would go, take the state of Michigan or Illinois or Indiana. Or
State fair or something.
Colorado.
Yes.
We would go there and we would go with the vehicle, and especially out in the West, it's almost like there's an ocean of cornfields and then there's a little town. And in Texas, you drive 100 miles to get to the next town. And we engage a few people, we get in the van, drive to the next town, and engage a few people. And it was an amazing experience to go into a place they'd never seen devotees before, they'd never heard the Hare Krishna mantra.
Right.
Krishna let us engage people.
Wow.
This town, that town, this town, this town, this village, this city, this
Jai. Especially this village, East Village. Or in so many villages here in New York. Thank you very much. Srila Bhaktivinode Thakura K. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.